Hello, I'm Caleb Wells, 35 years old and the eldest of 7 siblings. But my life's been nothing really remarkable. I've worked, some jobs were good, some sucked a lot, like plasterboard. I've been married, I've been divorced, I've had children and I don't see them anymore. Some years have been great and other times I've also lost everything. I have, by the grace of God, rebuilt myself from nothing to start again though. And that was from nothing. That was from like a bag of clothes and my car to now I'm a homeowner. But the truth is also this. My entire life, throughout the ups and downs, I've watched a country that is being destroyed, slowly, systematically ground into the dirt. I've looked at my brothers, my young brothers, who have had every chance stolen by a corrupt and insidious system that just really seems to want us dead. A system that really seems to hate men in particular. And I've watched my brothers, my neighbours, my cousins, all of us being robbed of their future by a system that at every chance tries to destroy us. A system that seems to want men to die. We literally have a government filled with politicians who loudly and proudly proclaim that their enemy is men, and masculine men in particular. Men that will stand for courage have become the enemies of Canberra. Men that stand for their families are the enemies of these woke Marxists, the degenerate perverts who want our children. They loathe men who protect their family. Men that stand for their country are the enemies of the corporate oligarchy. They hate not having free rein to loot and pollute. They hate having rules and regulations. Men that stand for basic civilization are the enemies of the Islamic terrorists. For 1,000 years, it was men of courage who defied the barbaric savages. And today, what we're seeing is an alliance between Islam and the Marxists, a so-called red-green alliance that hates our courage, that hates our civilization, that hates family, and that hates life. Today, we cannot own a house. We cannot speak our minds. We are forbidden from defending our families. When we speak up for our nation, for our families, for our future, we're called racist or misogynist or some other isist. It basically just boils down to this. They want men to just go die. This system hates you. It literally wants us dead. When a man speaks for his family, they want us dead. When we speak for our country, they want us dead. When we demand simple things like equality in court, equality of education, equality of income, a fair go, and an equal chance, well, they scream DEI and they want us dead. When we speak against the people who steal and loot, they want us dead. So today, I'm standing against them. I'm standing for Australia, for Australian men, for Australian women too, for all of us together, for all the people in this country who identify as Australian. But I can't do it alone. I'm just one man, one mortal man, and me alone, I just can't do it. I need help. Because, see, I want to change this country. I want to rebuild this country on the principles that we once had, with the values we once all shared. People from all over the world came together to build this nation, nationhood, hard work, families, and most of all, the mateship of men and women who stick together. The principles of Eureka, the Eureka Stockade, where men and women stood together side by side for equality, for equal rights, for their freedom and for justice. Because, borders are not just some lines on a map. Borders are the barrier between the bad and terrible ideas and the good ideas. Australia, our nation, is the place of good ideas. It must always be the place of good ideas. It must be the place where we demand good ideas. And that starts with citizenship. We can no longer allow mass migration. We're not a dumping ground for the world's slums and trash. We can no longer tolerate people who hate us, who hate our country, who hate our ideals, who hate men and women, who hate freedom itself. We can no longer tolerate these kind of people in our country. We need to demand and will demand that the only people in this country are the people who believe in good ideas. Good ideas like hard work, fairness and justice. Australia is not some magical place that just happened. It is a place that we built with hard work. When we started here, it was nothing but wilderness and wasteland. and we built a wealthy first world country. That is an amazing achievement, and it was achieved by Australian workers, by Australian industry, by our people giving all their heart for the future. And that is what we need to protect today. Australians, Australian people must be unchained from the slavery of heavy taxation. The endless regulation has to go. The red tape, the rules on everything from toilet seats to, you name it. There's a rule on literally everything now. And it's holding us back. We need to be free to rebuild our country, to rebuild the wealth, not just for ourselves, but for our children and the generations to come. Because we build for our families. Without families, we're nothing. Without community, we're nothing. Without the community is the bonds that bind us together, the glue that builds the future. Without that, well, we're nothing. And without family, what's the point? And yet here, so much here in Australia, the system is designed to crush families, to take children from their parents, to split us even from our grandparents. How insidious is it that the system is designed to shuffle grandparents away once they get too old? No, we need to stand up against these ones that want to crush us. We need to be reunited. We must be reunited under a vision. The one vision that we're all in this together. Because it's only together that we stand any chance of living, of overturning this corrupt system. It's only together with our families, with hard work and embracing the good ideas that we can change the future of our people, that we can rebuild our country and demand a better future. But I'm just one man. I can't do it alone. I really need your help.